last night.
You don't know me, but I know you. Quite a file, quite a story. So let me get right to the point. I work for an organization. I won't say which, but you can guess. Now, I can't tell you much as long as you're still just a civilian, but I can tell you this. It's hot as hell outside, and the gas prices are through the roof. Well, we can't change the weather, but maybe we can do something about the price at the pump. You think you know what's behind it? Well, the correct answer is no, you don't. Forget everything you've heard in the news, and forget all the brain-dead conspiracy theorists on Life Invader. You want to learn the truth? We're going to need to bring you in. We need someone with the right skill set, the right experience. As far as I'm concerned, That means we need you. We're prepared to swear you in as a special field operative. You'll be one of us, working under our umbrella. Only you'll be significantly better paid. Sound good? They report for duty. We're on the corner of Power Street and Swiss Street. Can't miss us.
I love the sound of his voice. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. I'm way behind. I'll probably be whispering Bill tonight. Whispering Bill. We're right into the middle of the night, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a little late, if that's okay. I'm a little late. 1 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3 4, better lock your door. 5 6. I'm 47 years old as of yesterday. We're technically in the 4th right now. As of the 3rd, I was 27 years old. 47. 27. Boy, wouldn't that be amazing? 27. 47. I'm 27. Let's go by 27. That was much better. See, I triggered the police. I'm gonna turn it down for each other. It's a little too loud on TV. You gotta fight for your right to party. You gotta fight for your right. I'm not sure if I'm picking up. To party. I guess we'll find out. I'll see the archives. I'm still turn it down. It's still too loud. He won't kill me, Ron. Damn it. Fuck you.
Freak the shit out of me.
You just got your car stolen. Yeah. You lost your car, motherfucker. Now you're gonna die. Welcome to the jungle, baby. Now you're gonna die. Am I still picking up? Let me pull up and see what Whispering Bill sounds like. Whispering Phil. We'll call me Whispering Phil tonight. My middle name's Philip. I'll be Whispering Phil. Yeah, I can hear me. I can hear me just a little bit. Whispering Phil. Tonight I'm Whispering Phil, y'all. Well, Whispering Bill, he was a country singer. He used to have a store called, was it Po Folks? It was a restaurant. Similar to Crackle Barrel. One time we went up, and I forget, it was somebody's birthday. I don't remember who it was. We're talking about the 1980s. 1980 something, you know, Stranger Things set in 1980s. We went up to, was it East Ridge or Chattanooga? One of them places, either one. Well, we got there, and I kid you not. Whispering Bill had, you know, he had a chain. He happened to be visiting that freaking day. He walked out while we was there. You know, you don't misrepresent. I mean, you don't misrecognize. You don't not recognize Whispering Bill. He still looks the same, even as old man. He's older. You know, my daddy, he loved the Grand Ole Opry, and yesterday was the anniversary. 8 years ago, he got diagnosed with cancer, and he was dead a few days later. It was the same kind of cancer that David Bowie had. You know, that kind. You know, everybody went on about his hair and how his hair was, and how he faked his death. I want to tell you, my daddy's hair grew too, and it was thick when my mother cut it. So that was just a conspiracy theory. Obviously, whatever that cancer, it obviously makes your hair grow. Because his hair was, he turned some gray in some places. He kept his black hair most of his life, but he had some gray places. He never went white and gray like some people did. But he had spots. Well, even those had gotten dark. But I'm going to tell y'all something about Alex Jones's beard and hair and nails formula. They said he was selling his vitamins today in court. I'm going to tell y'all a testimony of that. I had just started taking it. I'm a week into it now. And I'll give you some better results later because I'm still waiting and seeing. My hair is getting thicker. I've got a bald spot. It's like where my daddy, where his was at. Right in the back of the head. And it's thinning right in the front up here. But it's darker. And it's getting thicker. Even the grandmother of my sister's boyfriend, he told my mama, or she told my mama, I'm kind of tired. She told my mother, she said, has he dyed his hair? His hair's darker. She said, no. Well, she said, well, it looked blinder last time it looked like it was blind last time I seen it. Tonight it's looking dark. I was just a few days into it then. I don't remember how many days I'd been taking it. But all it is prenatal vitamins. He told it years ago and he tried to get men to take it, but men wouldn't touch it because... So he slapped the beard and hair on it. Owen Schwartz who sold it to me though. I mean, I've been watching him for years, and I noticed that his hair was darker and his beard was thicker. And I thought, look at him. And I'd already said it even before. I'd even told my mother, I said. And then the next thing I know, I heard a commercial where Owen was taking the beard. And I thought, well, I'm going to try me a bottle of that. So I got me a bottle of it. Boy, it's making my hair thicker just a week into it. I will let y'all know as it goes. I'm testing it. Yes, I got a bald spot. No, I'm not cutting my hair off. I'm just going to be like Hulk Hogan, y'all. He's American made. American. I see it in videos and stuff. I see it in pictures, like if people take a picture of me and they get in the back of my head. I don't normally notice it. But when I see a picture of the back of my head or I catch a glimpse of me on a video, I see it and it's just like my father's. It's the same one that he had. Now hopefully, some of our people, they went for a bald. I'm hoping I won't be one of them that goes for a bald. Because I've always had to love my hair. I mean, when I was a kid, I had beautiful, big, thick, fluffy hair. And I used to let it grow out. Girls would rub their fingers through it. Good. As they come and say, oh, I love your hair. Even though it's big old fat thing. That's a big old fat thing. Then I was 345. I did actually get up to 380 during my less mobility years. And it's not that I'm any mobile right now. It's just that I cut back on. See what the problem was. Even though I got where I wasn't hardly getting around, I was eating more than I should be. You see, back when I got around and I walked all the time, which I did walk all the time, I was obsessed with walking. When I was a kid, I was obsessed. Instead of doing like I couldn't do a lot of the stuff at school that they wanted you to do. So I would just walk in place of anything that I couldn't do. Like if I could play the basketball, I played I love basketball. But if I couldn't do it, I chose to walk. They tell me walk the bleachers or walk, and I do that. Well, while I was walking, I stayed in the 340s. But when I got where I wasn't able to walk, my legs wouldn't it's a issue. It's nowhere, just not something that, it's not, well, you're too fat and lazy to get out and lose some weight, you walk. It's a actual neurological issue. And it really kicked in about 1995 and 6. Boy, in 93, 2, 3, and 4, I got up to walking about 90 minutes a day. Somewhere around 95 it clicked down, and by the 2000s, it had gotten so bad, I had to go get a wheelchair. Get around. That's how bad it got. And finally the doctor sent me to places, and then I told my cousin about it. And then that's when he told me. He said, you might have to go get checked for this neurological issue that runs in the family. So I went to the MDA clinic, and they pretty much decided, because of the symptoms, the only way they would have knew is if they took a piece of my brain or my heart. And I told them, hell no. And even my doctor, he said, well, your family has heart problems, and you ain't got no signs of heart problems right now. So I don't see no sense in you going to the surgery. So they decided, yeah, because I had every one of the symptoms. The only way they'd have been able to actually pinpoint it at that time was to take a piece of my heart. Take another little piece of my heart now, baby. But I had all the symptoms. I still have them. They ain't went away. Even though I've been losing weight, how I did that is a little bit of exercise and cutting back on what I ate. See, the problem was I ate like I was young, like I did back then. But I didn't do anything. And because I wasn't doing anything, I got 380 freaking 3 degrees, which is almost pound degrees. Pounds. Degrees. Pounds. 383, which is almost freaking 400 pounds. But when you get into the 400s, it's really not good on you. Your legs start splitting on you, and you have those issues. So I was really lucky. Even though it was a bad sickness that really started it, I was basically lucky that even though I think I about died during that sickness, we don't even know what it was. I got 21 days where I couldn't eat or nothing. And my mama had to spoon feed me chicken noodle soup. And I couldn't hardly hold that down. And it lasted for 21 days, whatever that was back then. And I wasn't even able to go to the doctor. And finally, when I did get to the doctor, he said, why didn't you come? And I said, well, it had to come in an ambulance. I said, I ain't got money for an ambulance bill. They don't pay all of it. Even if they pay some of it, they don't pay all of it. I said, I ain't got money for an ambulance bill. I just had to get better. So I told him. I said I was either going to get better or I was going to die. Have money for an ambulance bill. Just go to the freaking doctor. So I just pretty much nursed myself back to health. And when they got me on the scale, she told me, the lady said, you're 20 pounds lighter. And I thought, I lost 20 pounds during that. I'm going to keep it off. Well, then I did that, and I kept it off for a little bit. And kept it under, cut back some, lost a little more weight. I think it was like 10 pounds, 5 pounds, somewhere around there. And then I added a little bit of exercise to it. And when I added the exercise, it took it a long time. But it started coming off. I mean, we're talking about years. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And this year I finally, but I wasn't dedicated. That was my biggest issue. Like I'd do it for a little bit, then quit, do it for a little bit, lose a little weight, gain a little back, 5 pounds back here and there, 2 or 3 to 5 pounds, not dedicated. And it took me a full, nearly decade to get to the 283 mark. I don't know what I am now. I haven't weighed since the 283. I'll find out when I get home. Or I'll find out soon. So as I weigh. As soon as I wake. I'm sleepy. I'm probably gonna have to get off. I wasn't able to get up and play any yesterday. I mostly just kicked back and watched some boat train. Had some birthday cake. Some birthday cake. A cooked birthday cake. A baked birthday cake. Speaking of which, I need to find her something to do or just take her. Oh, she's already got the cops at her. Let's see if I can get away from her. Let's see if she can Dukes the Hazard. It's the good old girl. As soon as I weigh, I'll tell you whether I've gained or lost or stayed the same. Gained, lost, stayed the same. I only lost about 3 to 5 pounds, maybe 10 the most when I just cut the food out. When I added the exercise to it, it started coming off. The boxing was the best, but I can't go do the boxing. But you know something? I was watching Boat Train. This is the vehicle Boat Train. And they had a doctor scene in there where he was assigning them exercises. And I saw this dude. And I thought, why can't I ever do that? He was doing the boxing, but he wasn't really boxing anything. He was shadow boxing. Like he was boxing towards the wall. And I thought, I've tried that. It just don't work for me. But you know, you would get the same exercise. You just wouldn't be actually. But I got an adrenaline out of really hitting that freaking bag. No chance. That's what you got. AEW can make fun of Vince McMahon, and I wasn't really his biggest fan, because he pretty much, with the help of WCW itself, he pretty much put him out of business, and WCW was my company. My daddy, he watched it when it was Georgia Championship and all that, all the way up to when it became WCW. Even while it was NWA's World Championship Wrestling, he watched it back then. So I grew up with it. I pretty much disliked Vince McMahon for that. But I guess part of me, I admired him in some ways, because I was really sad when he stepped away. I mean, I know they're accusing him of, but you know what? Find me a man that's in power that hasn't done something like that at a time, unless they're a godly man and they stay godly. You know, some of them even get in trouble. Some of them godly guys. I mean, there's this guy named Perry Stone. They're accusing them of things. Find me a man that's a man. I mean, not a girly man or something that don't like women and can't. If they can't keep it under control, it can come to bite them. So, I don't judge on that. I judge people based on what they do and what they're. And I know this world wants to hold everything accountable today. It does. But really, you start holding everybody accountable, it comes to the point where cast the first stone. And you know what? That was sort of what that was about. I mean, if you think back to it, you want to know every one of them men that Jesus was sitting there and he was writing their names down, they most likely, and most people speculate on this, because we don't really know what he was writing in the sand. But pretty much, I'd have this feeling that them very men that were standing there with them stones were probably some of the ones buying her services. And that's what a lot of us figure. A lot of you listen to the theological conversations on this, and preachers, and that's pretty much the conclusion that them men were most like. Now I know you can't judge. I can't, even though those men were 1,000 years ago, or however long it's been, 2,000. because it was Jesus' days. Even though those men were back then, hundreds of years ago, 1,000 years ago, 100, whenever it was, I can't judge those men. But pretty much, I bet the ones standing there with them stones are some of the ones that were buying her services. So I judged Vince McMahon on what he offered, and I did sort of like his character at times. He was a badass. No chance. That's what you got. I just hated him because he put my company out. So I had a love-hate-love relationship with Vince McMahon. You know, one of my favorite bands had a song called Love, Hate, Love. And it was Alice in Chains. It had this song called Love, Hate, Love. I forget how it goes. It's real slow. Pretty sure it was slow. I'm going to get it out and listen to it. I used to love that song. And that's sort of me with Vince McMahon. I kind of hated him but then when you really look back on it though, WCW is to blame more than anything. I mean, he did some really stupid stuff. I mean, and their stupidity didn't just start. I'm sorry, but their stupidity just didn't start with Hulk Hogan. I mean, there was a little brief period in its early days that actually led to going out with the Crockett's. And I'm talking about before Ted Turner bought it. Ric Flair and them were running it. And he was styling and profiling and limousine riding and jet flying. And they were spending too much money. So WCW always made stupid mistakes, even before it was actually Ted Turner's. I guess you can't really hold it accountable for the Ted Turner years. But they did make some stupid. Yeah, you can't hold them really accountable for their things like they did before it was actually Ted Turner's. But they were always making stupid mistakes. Always. Oh, is that the food truck? Not some other kind of truck. I'm gonna try to get it. I'm gonna get it.
What's that?
Oh, it's one of the trucks with the cable things and stuff. The power truck.
Why don't you blow me? Top it off. I went all pro
You
and
get your hands off me, you son of a bitch.
You dickwad. Bring it, motherfucker.
I gotta try to get it out of here. I got it. I don't think I've ever got that truck before. I wonder if you can lift the thing. I don't think I've ever got that truck before. Now I got a freaking bounty on me. That's okay. No chance. That's what you got. Oh. Some of the things I want to hold people accountable for is silly. Like name calling. That's silly. Yeah, somebody gets their feelings hurt. People's call if I gave up my life based on what people said about me, I'd have gave up a long freaking time ago. You know what I did today? You know what I did today, turning 47? I praise Jesus. Okay.
Shit, stopper! Who the heck was that?
I praise Jesus. I turned another year. I want to see many of those. I want to be like Savage. I want to be sitting at 80 something. He turned 80 years old this year. I want to be around a long time. Oh, unless Jesus returns, and that'd be even better. Alright.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Asshole! No way! Time to dodge! Piece of shit! Holy shit! Oh, snap!
There's problem with my...
Oh, shit! No! Traffic was backed up for miles.
We've sent a car. Should be with you soon.
What Where do you want to go? Okay, let's go.
Los Santos is a dangerous place.
How are you doing, my dear?
If you're willing to pay, I'm willing to speed. Okay, here we are then. Welcome. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, for sure. Where them bitches at?
What them devils? It's not my level.
Okay, I'm cool.
Don't step up if you don't want to get wrecked.
Baby, you wouldn't believe the traffic on Innocence. I thought for sure someone got clapped. It was just some rubbernecking shit. Nah.
Woo!
Just
Nice
the other
titty
milking
meat,
truck.
sweetheart.
How about we take this party to the back?
Yeah, I know. Things just ain't what they used to be.
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
All right, see you tonight. Love you, baby.
Next up, gents, it's our very own sun-kissed blonde from San Andreas. It's Cheetah. Tell your sister, call me.
Wanna go private, honey? Loser.
Okay, so I was late getting on, so I'm going to be signing off here in a little bit. So I'll see y'all later. I don't know when later will be, but we'll see. I wasn't able to get on yesterday. I just didn't feel like it. So let me get ready to close. I normally take her home, but I'm just going to get off.